Hello, people. Let's see how this works. How are you today? Let's close this stuff. Yeah, so thought I'd do some card pulls. If anyone is interested in a card, you can feel free to let me know in the comments. Leave an emoji, do what you feel called. I just like do these things so randomly sometimes, but that's how I like it, I guess. Okay. Yeah. So I've just been like sitting here doing some prepping for the Reiki course coming up this weekend. And so I thought having a little bit of downtime, pulling cards is always fun. So if you'd like a card, we've got a few different decks here. The Plant Spirit deck. We have the Animal Speak deck, I believe is what it's called. My camera is jumping a lot. Apologies. We got energy things happening. And then we have the Angels of Abundance. Is that what it's called? Angels of Abundance, yes. So I'll just shuffle these and pull. But how is everyone? Curious to hear how you're doing, how you're keeping. Lots of, seeing a lot of emotional, like intense emotional reactions from people, within people, and noticing that myself even on like Sunday, I think it was. Yeah, Sunday was a pretty emotional day. So interested to hear how you're doing. If you want a card, you can also like leave an emoji because I see there's people there, but I don't see any comments yet. So it's just how it goes. So let's see. What's something that is coming up for folks? Maybe something we need to know for this week, especially around all this emotional energy, this intensity that seems to be coming out for folks. Plantain. When I see this, I think of like an ancestral thing. But I'm also getting a very happy energy with this today. I don't know, when I see this, oh, hi, Miss Megs. Miss Megs! Sorry, I don't know. I feel like you came on here last time too, and I was saying that. Hey, it's been an emotional roller coaster, but with so much clarity. Taking it day by day. I'd love to have a card. Sure, I'll pull you a card, Miss Megs. I like that roller coaster with clarity. Yeah, it's like healing. That's why when I saw this, like there's something about there's deep ancestral healing happening right now, but there's this happiness. I don't know why I see happiness with this card, but not that this is specifically for you, Miss Megs, but there's just something like abundant and plentiful and like the growth and like it's just like so much. So even within all this stuff that's happening, it's like, how can we see that for ourselves? So anyways, we'll pull you a card, Miss Megs. I won't ramble on forever here. So Miss Megs, wherever you are in the world of the things. I love YouTube. Well, I like all internet technology, I guess. Well, maybe not all, but there's some maybe that can be done without. So I'll pull you one of these. Animal Speaks. Nice. Oysters. Okay. Ooh, and a hawk. It was last time there was. So there's the oyster and the hawk here. We got the pond lily. Guess I could show you some of these first, Miss Megs. Yes, I completely agree. Even with all the heaviness, there's this peace and happiness That's good that you feel that. Yeah, ride it. You're allowed to. That's, I hear from people often, they're like, oh, like everything's really great. And then they see the world and how the world's going. And then they're like, they kind of feel like a bit of this, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't feel that. Like, but you're allowed to feel whatever you need to feel. And that's all okay. I don't know. I feel, how was this laying? It was like this. I'm not sure if that's, it was okay. Yeah. It was laying like this. Cause when I was seeing it, I was thinking about how we like, can utilize the hawk energy to reach for the dreams and the pearl of our life. So it's almost like maybe you're like searching for something right now, that like that pearl, that treasure in your life. Um, it's like keep stalking that out. Don't lose hope, for what that is that you're hoping to find, and being patient with it. Like almost, like there needs to be this, like how a pearl is made. I'm not really 100% sure about the science around it, but it's like this like lengthy process of things compressing and this like sand material basically being like so invaluable and then being created into something. So it's like you creating something, this like womb. I see this as like a womb thing too. So whatever that is that you're like birthing, um, with the elements here, like the thoughts. I'm gonna pull one of these angel cards for you too. Jessica, hello. I was gonna message you today. It's been a while. So Miss Megs, Pond Lily was also here. There's something about the elements that I'm getting. So we have like the air, we have the earth, we have the water. Miss Meg, let's see one of these abundance cards. So when I think of those elements, it's like the air is our thoughts. What are the things that are coming through? Then we have the water, which is like the emotions and how we're feeling or sensing things around whatever that created desire is. And then we have the actual like bringing it into like the fruition through the earth element, that oyster aspect. And so it's like something about beauty here for you, Miss Megs. How can you bring more beauty? That's like this pond lily energy. Like, how can you bring more beauty? Maybe even beauty to the emotions, and seeing in all the ways that those emotions are, and allowing whatever those emotions might be arising with, as you try to create this thing, whatever that is, that's like birthing or like being created inside. That you can like, you could see like, like, let's see, how do I word, like there could be like shame around certain things, like, oh, I want to manifest this project. Okay, what are some of the shameful things that come up with it? For sure, Jessica, I'll pull you a card. What are some of the positive things, or like those better feeling emotions? Maybe it's like, oh, if I do this, I can like support folks with this, and that's really of huge value for me to be able to give back to my community, or like whatever the case might be. It's like being with any and all of those emotions so that you can then transmute all that, heal what's maybe the more negative aspects, because those are off, like the shame and all those ones would most likely be the ones to like hold you back from obtaining that like pearl or that dream. But it's like they're all necessary to see and be with. And then we have this card from the Angels of Abundance. Have courage to ask for and accept help. And it says asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. I feel like that's something that maybe needs to really be said again. So asking for help is a sign of strength, but also accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. It's like that story of the guy who like ends up dying. He's lost on an island or lost on a boat or something, and he's like, God, help me, help me. And then it's like a boat comes by and he's like, hey, the people are like, hey, get on the boat, we'll save you. And he's like, no, I'm waiting for God to help me. And like this happens like 3 times, and eventually the guy dies. And then he goes to heaven. He's like, God, why didn't you help? Why didn't you help me? And he's like, I did. I sent you like 3 people in boats, and you basically denied all of them, declined. declined. Yeah. So it says, be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So have the courage to accept, ask and accept help, Miss Megs. So, and look how these, like, they're kids. They're like, maybe there's something about your childhood that might have to be looked at here with those emotions around giving and receiving. That could be something that also will support you with reaching this goal or carrying out this dream. And just allow yourself the opportunity to be like the hawk, really, like just visualizing, as you're meditating or whatever practice you might use to like visualize things, you can really like give yourself that like 360 perspective, 360-degree perspective on your situation, like the hawk does, and trust that those ideas or beliefs that maybe came from childhood that might be hindering the growth and bringing up those sorts of feelings and emotions, both good and bad, like that will all make sense to you, hopefully. Anyways, Miss Megs, hope that works for you. Okay. Thanks for joining. Jessica, we'll do you. Jessica, the rune Isa is coming up in my mind for you, and then a card came, dear. Oh. So, okay, cards are just going everywhere for you today. Forget-me-nots. There's like some deep heart healing here happening. Lots of green, some of the blue, the gentleness of the heart. That card came out for you too. Have courage to ask for help. Let's do another one too. Just windfall of abundance. And another card also came here. So there's a few of them. Block out distractions. Okay, here, just give me a moment here. It's interesting. There's a lot of blue here, Jessica. Thanks, Miss Megs. Yeah. You're welcome. I don't really know. I'm just fun checking out here. So, Jessica. Oh, there's more deer in this picture too. That's interesting. So Isa was coming through. There's this thing about slowing down. Is there like something that might be like happening for you? It's forget-me-nots. Like something about forgiveness here. Maybe this is like a period of like slowness, because also you have these block out distractions. Sorry, I'm getting all over the place here. Like there must be something that's like coming up for you, Jessica, about, and I apologize if I called you Jess. I don't know. That's just a bad habit of mine. There is like it's easy to be distracted by all the things that are going on in the world and life, and from the people like around us. But I'm getting the sense that there's like a really deep healing that's happening for you right now. And that's why things are like really slowing down or have been slowing down for you. So let's just read what this. So block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what is important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. And then this is a good sign, I guess, windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So there's something about your life purpose in both of these cards. Jessica, I don't know why I'm kind of feeling a bit of this like, what's the clarity for this? I don't know why I'm feeling so confused. Maybe, are you feeling confused about something, Jessica? You have no idea how accurate all this is. Okay, because I don't even know what the fuck's going on. But there's something about the deer. Okay, maybe I just need to say that part because it keeps coming to me and I'm not saying it out loud. With the deer, I also think of algaes, mostly the stag energy, because I think that was like part of a journey that we had done with the ruins. Not we like you, but when I was learning them. And I remember that very specifically. And I also associate that algae with like the self-love. So there's something about love, obviously, with all the green, the heart space, and the blues. There's healing that's happening within this. I'm seeing a lot of this blue and purple, blue and yellow flowers. So I wonder if that's even something that you can get right now. Maybe like brightening your space will support you, like, you know, because these flower essences kind of can help. Flower essences are like images even of those plants. And I'm not forgetting that this other card came out, this have courage to ask for and accept help. So I'm not sure if that's something that you've been doing. Maybe it's even with getting clear on like the life purpose stuff. Like, and I don't know if like, I feel like you already kind of know what your life purpose is, or, you know, like, let me rephrase that. Because what's happening lately, I feel, is that like we come in, it's like we're getting more aligned with what our true life purpose is. And that it's okay to like maybe be reevaluating what that is for yourself, Jessica. That doesn't mean you made a mistake or that it was wrong. It's just like you're getting more clear. Oh, my head's hurting. I'm so distracted by stresses at the moment. And I've become so still, like switched off, almost shut down. And I've been so addicted to the past few days to my phone. Okay, well then there you go. So turn the phone off. Well, you know, or, you know, I can't say that because that's a hard one. Stingray. I might have to read what this is. Like, don't get hard on yourself about that. It's like we have to go through these things so we know, right? But there's also obviously something happening here where maybe that taking those steps, you're being like, maybe it's like a too cautiousness. Like deers are pretty cautious, right? Like I'm just thinking to when I was out for a walk not long ago, and then these deers were like on the path. I'm surprised that they were still on the path, honestly, because you think they would have heard me. And they just like stopped and like just, you know, they like really like, and they can be so gentle and move quickly and like all this stuff. Before this live, I told myself, tomorrow I need to be off my phone. And my first comment, I almost picked a blue heart, but blue never feels right for me. So I need to look at the blue color. There you go. Okay, and then let me read this because I'm glad at least it makes sense to you a little bit because I feel like I'm just being, and maybe you're feeling this confusion and that's why I feel confused. So let's see what Stingray has to say about just chilling. Where the hell is the Stingray? What is this? Oh, I see. I'm looking here. Let's see what it says for you in terms of supporting that feeling of confusion. If I can find the Stingray. You'd think these things are in alphabetical order, but they're not. Developing confidence, sense of self, or spine. So the Stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the Stingray must decide between the old, which is the easy, comfortable, and familiar, and the new, the challenging, the uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the Stingray is too strong to ignore. So you like your life purpose is like coming up, right? And so it's like being willing to create that, like that action. So when in balance, it's eager and it wants to grow. When it's out of balance, it might be blaming others or it quits. So I don't know if you necessarily identify with that quitting energy right now, but it says here to bring into balance, move through the discomfort. That's not really what I was hoping to tell you, but that's what it says. So you gotta just like do it. So I think, Jessica, based on what you're saying, you doing exactly what you put in your other quote, like tomorrow, or comment, tomorrow, maybe just, yeah, leave your phone off, put it somewhere most of the day or half the day, whatever. It doesn't need to be like a full thing, you know, don't need to shock your system. And then sit with that blue. Yeah, definitely meditate because there's like a lot of blue. Maybe it's even sitting with the blue throat chakra because there's like the chakras, like the rainbow colors here on the stingray. Maybe focusing on that throat area and seeing if there's forgiveness around any of those, or any of that. I feel like there's something about forgiveness. And maybe it's even like forgiving yourself for, that inaction or that fear or whatever it might be. And that's totally understandable because that happens, right? But I do feel like even for myself today, I'm like really the last little bit, but this morning I could really feel this like, hey, like what am I doing and what's really my purpose or my path? And I'm feeling like this almost like the key going into like the perfect lock. And it's different than what I was thinking it would be. So, and it's bringing things up around being willing to be in that space. And what are the judgments that are going to come up within that space? And yet acknowledging that that's kind of always been with me and something that I've always wanted to be involved in. But like, yeah, you're just gaining clarity. So that being in that space of the stillness is going to help support you, but you still need to take the action. So, and those actions are, turning your phone off and whatever other things you see might need to happen for you. So, yeah, okay, sweet. Let's spot on. Oh, maybe some path working, my friend. Maybe just sitting and seeing what comes up with that again. I was just going to message you about that this morning, and then I was working and stuff. I hope this video is staying up because I want to rewatch. This is also very relevant. Yeah, for sure. I don't pick up. I pick up everything. Yes, pens and things on the table. I just speak and then it comes out of my mouth. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, folks. I don't think there's any other comments. So, and this is lengthy enough for me. I'm going to get back to doing the things I do because I'm procrastinating otherwise. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. My mouse will let me move it. Okay, bye.